Mimi was the most lively little rabbit at the Forest Elementary School. Whenever she ran, the little bell on her pinafore jingled dingling, dingling, even making the passing dandelions nod their heads. That afternoon after school, Mimi was happily hopping along, picking up maple leaves scattered on the path, when she suddenly heard a clear voice behind her. "Mimi, wait for me!" She turned around and saw her classmate, the little hedgehog Tuantuan. Tuantuan's round body looked just like a prickly ball, and his back was piled high with wild chestnuts. "My house is right up ahead in the oak grove," Tuantuan said cheerfully. "Tonight, my mom is making sweet chestnut porridge. Do you want to come and play at my house?" Mimi's ears shot straight up. She had long heard that Tuantuan's mom was a wonderful cook, and the oak grove was famous for its glowing fireflies. She was just about to nod when she suddenly remembered what her mother had told her that very morning, squatting down in front of her before leaving. "Mimi, if you want to go to a classmate's house, you must tell Mommy first, understand?" But the sweet fragrance of chestnut porridge already seemed to drift to her nose. Mimi bit her lip and thought, "I'll just go for a little while and come back quickly. Maybe Mommy won't even notice." So she happily followed Tuantuan toward the oak grove, forgetting completely to leave a message for her mom. The oak grove was even more beautiful than Mimi had imagined. The setting sun dyed the leaves golden red, and Tuantuan's mother really did bring out steaming bowls of chestnut porridge. The sweet taste, wrapped in the nutty aroma, was so delicious that Mimi drank 2 whole bowls in one go. After the meal, Tuantuan tugged her outside to catch fireflies. Tiny, glowing lights floated through the grass, flying here and there. Mimi chased after them, giggling and running, until, without realizing it, she had strayed far from Tuantuan's home. When she finally stopped, the sky was already completely dark. The wind in the grove blew loudly, and the shadows of the trees swayed on the ground like clawing little monsters. The bell on Mimi's pinafore no longer jingled. She clutched the hem of her skirt, and her ruby-like eyes slowly filled with tears. Where was she now? "Where am I? Mommy, I miss you so much." Mimi ran along the path, but everywhere around him were unfamiliar trees. Even the trail of maple leaves he had followed earlier was gone. Just as he was about to burst into tears, he suddenly heard his mother's anxious voice calling from afar. "Mimi, Mimi! Where are you?" Mimi immediately ran toward the sound, shouting as he went, "Mommy, I'm here." Soon he saw his mother holding a lantern running toward him. Her long ears were drooping, and her eyes were filled with worry. She scooped Mimi into her arms and held him tightly. "My little baby, I finally found you. Mommy almost searched the whole forest for you." It turned out that when she had come home from work and found Mimi missing, she had panicked. She rushed to the school to ask the teacher, then searched the stream and meadow where Mimi often played. Finally, she learned from Tuantuan's mother that Mimi had already lost his way. On the way home, holding Mimi's hand, Rabbit Mama spoke gently. "It's not that Mommy doesn't want you to visit your classmates, but you're still little and you don't know the roads well. If Mommy doesn't know where you are, I'll be terribly worried. What if something dangerous happens to you?" Leaning against his mother, Mimi whispered softly, "Mommy, I was wrong. From now on, if I want to go to a classmate's house, I'll tell you first. I'll wait for your permission before I go." That night, lying in his little bed, Mimi touched the bell on his pinafore. He remembered the fear he felt in the oak grove and the warmth of his mother's hug when she found him. He silently promised himself, going to a classmate's house without telling Mommy not only makes her worry, it might also put me in danger. From then on, whenever a classmate invited Mimi to their home, he would always take out his little phone and call his mom first. When she said, "Okay, but remember to come back early," he would happily go along. And the bell on his pinafore would always dingling, dingling right on time, as it accompanied him safely back into his mother's arms.